Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the Mafia romance books that I currently have on my Kindle. So the majority of these books are ones that I've downloaded for free at some point. Some of them may still be free, a lot of them probably won't be because this is ones that I've had on my Kindle for, some of them I've had on my Kindle for ages. Some I have paid for. There's one series in particular that I have paid for. And I will just run through all of the books I have. I don't know a lot about these books, and the reason I'm doing this video is currently the Mafia Romance Readathon is taking place. And I wanted to share all of the books that I had on my Kindle so that I could hopefully get from you guys some recommendations of which ones to prioritise, because I've got quite a lot on there. I think I've got 47 in total, and I don't know which ones to pick up, which ones are worth picking up. So I thought if I did this video I could get some recommendations from you guys. Let me know which ones are worth the hype. Some of these are hype, some of them aren't, but let me know. And yeah, we're just going to dive straight into the books. As I say, I don't know a lot about them, but we'll just run through them. So starting off, the first books that I have is a series of books, and I don't know, I believe all of the books in the series feature some Mafia elements, but some might feature more than others. As I say, I don't know a ton about this series, but I know it is very popular, and that is the Legacy of Gods series by Rena Kent. So that series is made up of 6 books, and that includes God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath, God of Ruin, God of Fury, and God of War. As I say, I've heard of really good things about this series and I'm excited to dive into it. This series has been throughout, I think from like December last year, each month one or two of the books have been available on Amazon Kindle for 99p. So each month Amazon do a selection of Kindle books for 99p, and they're available for 99p throughout the month. And I always check out that that deal. I pick up quite a lot of ebooks from there. That's the only time I really ever spend money on ebooks. Otherwise, most of the ones I've downloaded are free or from Kindle Unlimited. But I have been collecting this series because this series isn't available on Kindle Unlimited anymore in the UK because it's been picked up by a traditional publisher. So I've collected the whole series so I can read and pick those up at some point, hopefully soon. So let me know. I don't know if I have to read this series in order or if I can read it out of order, but let me know your thoughts. If there is one in particular that is better than the others, let me know. And then I have In Their Hands by Julia Sykes. This one I think is a MFM, which I'm excited for. I don't know much more than that, but this one was one I downloaded for free as well. Then we have When Kings Rise by V. Carter, Vow of Revenge by P. Rain. This one I did actually pay for. This one was again on 99p at some point. And P. Rain is another pen name for Piper Rain, which is an author duo. Under the Piper Rain name they write contemporary romances, and under the P. Rain name they write like more darker romances. So looking forward to getting into that one. I've read from Piper Rain previously. Then I have A Very Mafia Christmas by Elle Steele. I think that one might be just a Christmas novella, but I've still got that on my Kindle. The Vampire City by Mary E. Toomey. Is that how you say it? I'm not 100% sure. But this one is a vampire mafia romance, which I love vampire books, so I hope that that one is good. Then we have Take Me, what's this one called? It's just trying to load up here because I can't quite read the title on my small screen. Take Me Capo, I think is what it says, by C.D. Rice. I've heard of this author. I know people really like her books, so we'll see. Stolen Touches by Neva Altage. I know that she is very popular as well, and she is definitely an author that I do want to check out. Stolen by the Mafia King by Evie Rose. I love the pink cover of this one. That's probably the only reason that I downloaded this. And again, that was for free at some point. Then we have Sinful Stolen Night by Tracy Lorraine. I've not heard anything about this one, but I know I've seen Tracy Lorraine's books crop up quite a lot on Kindle. She has quite a lot of free ones, I think. So looking forward to checking that one out. Then we have Silent Night with Nico, and that is by Ava Connor. I think this is part of a series, like author collaboration series that a few different authors contributed to, and they are all holiday romances, holiday mafia romances. And I think looking at it, there's 5 books that were written as part of this collaboration, and some of them were available to download for free at some point, some of them were not, and this series is available on Kindle Unlimited. And I've got another one that was part of that series, which is Silent Night with Massimo by Kaya Lane. I really like the covers for this one, and yeah, I always like to have some holiday romances to check out. I don't necessarily always read them during the festive period. I will read them at any point, but I have those on there. Then I have Savage Royals by Anya West, Ruthless by Michelle St. James, and then we have Ruthless Princess by Rachel Van Dyken. I think I've read from Rachel Van Dyken before, or I've maybe had some of her books on my TBR previously. I'm not 100% sure, but I've definitely recognised the name, so let me know if her books are any good. And then I have Ruthless Prince by Faith Summers, Ruined Secrets by Neva Altaj. I think that is in the same series as the other one that I mentioned. I've got quite a few of her books downloaded because they've been free at some point. Royal Bully by Rachel Van Dyken. Rogue by C.D. Rice, another one by that author. She's obviously quite popular. I've got a few more, I think, from her as well. Relentless Devil by Kylie Kent. Painted Scars by Neva Altaj. Ortega Mafia the Enforcer, is that? Yeah, Ortega Mafia the Enforcer by Stella Andrews. Mafia Air by Elle Steele. Mafia Bride by C.D. Rice. Mafia Boss by Cardine Gray. Luca Vitello by Cora Riley. This is an author that I have actually read from before, and this is part of her Born in Blood series, which I am currently reading, and I do really enjoy this series. And this, I think, is this is the hero from the first book, which is Bound by Honor, I think, and it's that story from the hero's point of view, I believe. Then we have Lethal Submission by Morgan Elliott. Keenan, which is part of the Dangerous Doms series by Jane Henry. His Game by Angel Rain. Dirty Hearts by Cardine Gray. Dirty Dom by Willow Winters. Den of Sins by Alta Hensley and Renee Rose. Deception, Mafia-Ties Book 1 by Fiona Davenport. Dark Night by Tracy Lorraine. Crush by Eve Newton. Cruel Enforcer by Maggie Cole, which is part of the Mafia Wars series. I don't know what number this is, but it was obviously free at some point. It's book 3. I've not started this series yet, but it is definitely a series that I want to check out. Corrupted Air by Kiana Hettinger, I think is how you say that. Captive Bride by M. James. Brutal Savage by Anya West. You can see I've got a few of these authors, multiple books from them. Now and Forever by Aletha Romig. And then I've got 2 Neva Altaj books, Hidden Truths and Broken Whispers, which I believe are all part of the same series. So I know I've heard really good things about her books. This is part of the Perfectly Imperfect series, so I've got quite a few of them actually. I've got books 1 to 5, and then there's 11 books in total, so 1 to 5 I've already got. So I really hope I enjoy that series, but they have all been free at some point. I've not actually paid for those. The only ones I've paid for have been the Rena Kemp books and the P. Rain book. All of those others have been downloaded for free at some point, so it's really worth keeping an eye out on the free books on Amazon. I always have a look every so often. I will just browse and see what is available. A lot of authors will put like the first book in a series available for free to kind of draw you in the hope obviously that you will spend on the rest of the series, but definitely it's a good way to check out new authors. Also, Stuff Your Kindle Days, which are very popular and happen a few times throughout the year, is a day or sometimes over a couple of days when authors will put up some of their books for free. And again, it's a really great way to pick out new authors, check out new authors. And the way I kind of look for them, I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of the time I pick them up based on the cover. I know people say don't judge a book by its cover, but let's be honest, we all do, and that is the number one reason that will get me to click on a book is the cover. And then sometimes it's like the little tagline, so sometimes if it says like, I don't know, like single dad romance, I will probably instantly download that because I love that trope. So yeah, I always have a look at the cover and the little kind of tagline, and sometimes the title as well can draw you in. But they are all of the Mafia books that I currently have on my Kindle. As I say, I really want you guys to let me know which books I need to prioritise, because there is a lot on there. I think in total there's about 47 or so. 45, 47 I think is the number when I had a look earlier. And I don't know where to start, so let me know which ones I need to pick up, which ones are maybe not so good that I will try and read all of these at some point, or at least give them a go, but let me know which ones I need to prioritise. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any Mafia books to recommend to me, then please do let me know, and I will see you guys in my next one.